This is 39 News at 5 in HD. I'm Mia Grady. Thanks so much for joining us. We are beginning with breaking news out of Fort Bend County. An Amber Alert has been issued for the girl you see here. Her name is Alyssa Rayfield. Police believe she is with the man she met on the internet. 39's Jason Valentine just spoke with investigators. He's live outside the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office with more on this breaking news story. Jason, what did they have to tell you?
Well, Mia, they say Alyssa Rayfield disappeared from her Richmond home sometime overnight. Now, the police aren't sure if she was kidnapped or if she went willingly, and that's why they've issued this Amber Alert. Now, one of the reasons they say foul play might be involved is because Alyssa left her cell phone at her home in Richmond, and that's, of course, extremely unusual for a teen. Police say Alyssa met 36-year-old David Karen on a gaming website. They say his Texas driver's license is listed as the Studio 6 motel just off the Beltway in West Houston. Police say Karen was gone when they went to the motel, and they now believe the two are headed out of state in a two-door hatchback with license plate 884AGZ. They were last seen west of San Antonio early this morning.
Anytime a young juvenile female is in the custody of an adult male, that brings alarms to us, and we act on it.
Police say Karen might be headed toward either California, Oregon, or Missouri. Those are all states where he's known to have lived before. Anyone with information in this case should call the Fort Bend County Sheriff. Reporting live in HD, I'm Jason Valentine, 39 News.
The Harris County District Attorney's Office has concluded its 5-month-long investigation into allegations of document shredding at Metro. As a result, investigators say there is no evidence to prove that employees were in fact destroying documents. Metro's board is happy with the outcome and says it is ready to move forward. 39's Marcy Izzard spoke with officials. She's live in the newsroom with more on the organization's legal victory. Marcy?
Mia, today was a good day for the Metropolitan Transit Authority. The agency has been effectively cleared of the scandal that's tarnished it for months.
No evidence of criminal wrongdoing. That's the headline from the district attorney's office after a several-month-long investigation into Metro. Acting president and CEO George Grenius says the news is a relief.
We were confident that as the district attorney looked through the records and the files in our computer systems, they would find there were no problems. But of course, we're much happier when they say that rather than we say that.
The Transit Authority had been entangled in scandal following former city councilor and controller Lloyd Kelly's claims and had shredded important open record documents, mainly relating to former CEO Frank Wilson's travel expenses. Kelly's lawsuit against Metro was settled in June with no findings of illegal destruction of documents. Now the DA's ruling officially puts the case to rest.
And what they're giving us in a clean-up bill of health is another building block towards the creation of a new Metro.
Grenius says the agency is now working to rebuild trust with the public.
And Wilson's contract was bought out in May. He still had 2 years left on the deal. Now, since this whole scandal broke, Metro representatives say they've changed the way that the agency operates. They're now mainly working to increase transparency. Live in the newsroom, Marcy Izzard, 39 News.
Sheriff's deputies are looking for the gunman who shot 3 people in North Harris County last night. It happened in the parking lot of the Kimberly Point Apartments on Airtex at Grand Point Road. Investigators for the Harris County Sheriff's Office say a group of people were getting into a car when a fight broke out between them and another group of people there. Someone pulled out a gun and shot at 3 people. The 2 men and a woman were taken to the hospital to be treated for their injuries. They are expected to survive. No word on a suspect or a motive in the case. An elderly Sugar Land couple and their 2 daughters were victims of a home invasion last night. It happened in the 1100 block of Sugar Lakes. Police say 4 men wearing masks kicked in the back door and stormed in, surprising the victims. The robbers tied up the family before taking off with about $1,000. 39's Mara Moreno is working on this story. She'll have the latest up-to-the-minute information coming up in our next half hour. Well, the wet weather continues. Another day, another round of showers. It seems like, Chief Keith, what's it looking like right now?
Well, right now we're seeing a lot of small showers across the area. No very heavy rain over widespread areas, which is good news if you're headed home this afternoon. or if you got any plans for this evening, but you still might need an umbrella because we do have some rain out there. Right now, looking at the radar, show you we do have a lot of small showers across southeast Texas and even more activity just offshore. We're also going to zoom in now and take a look at southeastern Harris County, where we do have areas of showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Those will continue as we head through the next 24 hours, that's just the next few hours, I should say. Also further off to the southwest and southwestern Harris County, we've got areas of rain. That rain extends back toward the western third of Fort Bend County. Further off to the south and west, heaviest thunderstorms we're seeing right now are located over western parts of Matagorda County and also over into the Wharton County area back to Jackson County along 59 between El Campo and the Edna area. Off to the north, just a couple of light showers making their way through Austin County. They were dissipating around the Belleville area. And far off to the northeast, just some light rain over eastern Polk County and a couple of showers moving out of San Jacinto County into the Trinity County area, extreme southeastern parts of Trinity County. But the culprit, area of low pressure in the upper atmosphere west of Fort Worth, drawing in a lot of tropical moisture. That'll continue at least for the next 24 hours, but there is some drier weather in the forecast. Through the rest of the evening, we're going to see slowly decreasing rain chances by 10 o'clock down to around 81 degrees. And as we head through the overnight hours, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, lows in the mid-70s, inland to around 80 at the coast. And again, the good news is drier weather is moving in, but a lot of folks will be flirting with the 100-degree mark as we head into the weekend. The full forecast coming up in just a little while.
It's the good with the bad. All right, thanks so much, Keith. And firefighters in the Cy-Fair area, were called out to a house fire before midnight last night. When they arrived, they found a home on Shady Grove and Woodland Oaks engulfed in flames. They were unable to save the home. No word on what started the fire. A suspected drug trafficker is set to be arraigned in federal court Friday. This after he allegedly swallowed 85 cocaine-filled condoms. Federal officials say he was planning to smuggle the drugs from Houston to France. The 42-year-old West African citizen caught the attention of Customs and Border agents when he became very agitated. Their suspicions were later confirmed by a hospital X-ray machine. The suspect is now facing 2 counts of drug trafficking. It's a changing of the guard in BP's ranks. Tony Hayward is out and Robert Dudley is in, making him the first American to run the British company. Dudley is no stranger to the Gulf Coast, though. He's called it home for a number of years. Nicole Collins is in Washington with the latest on the BP executive shakeup.
There's no one who wants this thing over more than I do. You know, I'd like my life back.
The embattled CEO of oil giant BP, who famously said he wanted his life back while overseeing the company's response to the Gulf oil spill, is apparently getting just that. Tony Hayward will step down on October 1st.
It's a welcome change, but just changing faces and not changing corporate philosophies doesn't really get you anywhere.
Hayward faced public and political anger over his handling of the spill. BP now combating the public relations disaster by putting an American face on the British company. Robert Dudley, a longtime BP employee, will take Hayward's place.
I've spent the last 3 months every day on the Gulf Coast, and I'm going to focus for the next month and a half on what we're doing in the Gulf Coast, our relationships with the Gulf Coast and in Washington.
Hayward will get a year's salary, $1.6 million, and will be reassigned to a project in Russia. Dudley, who grew up in Mississippi, has been in charge of day-to-day oil spill leadership since June. Admiral Thad Allen, the man overseeing the disaster response for the federal government, says their relationship is solid.
I talk to Bob Dudley when I need to, any hour of the day or night, and I've woken him up on several occasions for very significant items, and from time to time he's woken me up as well.
Along with the leadership change, BP also announced it took a $17.2 billion loss in the second quarter, providing the first snapshot on the company's financial performance since the oil spill began. In Washington, I'm Nicole Collins.
Well, after weeks of low prices at the pump, retail gas prices have started going up. Here in Houston, prices rose nearly 4 cents, averaging $2.53 a gallon. The national average also went up more than 2 cents to $2.74 a gallon. That's according to HoustonGasPrices.com. Scary moments for one Fort Bend County family after they become the victims of a home invasion. Why police believe they were targeted. Plus, trying to stay cool during the summer can drain your bank account. Coming up, small things you can do around your home that might save you money. And we are following big developments in the case against polygamist leader Warren Jeffs, why a court threw out his previous convictions and decided to give him a new trial. But first, let's head outdoors for a look at traffic courtesy of Houston TransStar. A little wet out there. I'm talking about conditions on the Katy Freeway at Park 10 on the far west side. Things are moving along, though, despite the rain out there.